They should be easy because it's twins. Probably gonna have to put a disclaimer on the front of this video. If you are a little bit squeamish and you don't like a little bit of gross things, this video is probably not for you. Good morning, everyone. If you have not already, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, ring the little bell, you get notifications of my videos every Tuesday, Friday, sometimes we do the Sunday video. So all going on today, it's quite exciting. So we've got 206 who's going dry. Luke is about to worm her off. Every time we dry cows off, we worm them, we fluke them. We've got 282 who has calved last night. A nice heifer calf. This is how Luke does that. You've got like a device that hooks in, saves you grabbing the cow's head or anything like that, and give them 2 shots. They're happy. They spill a little bit, but we're not going to cry about that. But we have cow number 7. Hey girl. Cow number 7 is actually PD'd with twins. She had a bolus last night and she was checked. She wasn't really doing much. I've just put my hand in this morning and the calves are there. They are coming, which is super exciting. She's had a bolus again this morning just to kind of keep on top of that calcium. You don't want them to get milk fever. They get milk fever because in their dry cow period they stop producing calcium, and when they calve you get a massive demand for calcium, and then they get the milk fever, which is pretty much like they're a bit drunk and they're all over the place and they can't get up. So we give them a calcium bolus to give them that little bit of a boost, a little bit of minerals to make sure they don't go down. Well, that's the plan anyway, and we try our best. You'll see as well, number 7 actually has shackles on. She went down as a dry cow, which is really worrying. So you're waiting 9 months for this calf to come, and 8.5 months into it she goes down. She's been down before about 12 months ago, so she's kind of used to shackles. So it's probably a cow that you wouldn't serve again, unfortunately, due to her going down quite a lot. We've got 63 who's coming here. She's timeline to be served, so she's getting served today. So yeah, it's all busy front on the black and white cows. Anyway, lots of black and white cows. So I thought it'd be really interesting to see this cow calve. Fingers crossed it all goes well. She was 4th service to Magic, which is an Ayrshire conventional bull, so it could be male or female. We're hoping for 2 female Ayrshires. That would be a fantastic result. Bull and a heifer, they share the same placenta or something, I think, and the heifers are like 13% chance of them being a reproducing heifer, if that makes sense. So they have an 87% chance of being gelled and not being able to get in calf. So fingers crossed. It'd be a fantastic result if it's 2 heifers, but a bull and a heifer would be a little bit of a nightmare for us because we don't breed our dairy bulls on. We put our dairy bulls through a company called Bootlar and they get beefed on for later on. But yeah, that's the story of her. Yes, she's got shackles on. Her bag's quite big. Unfortunately, she's a cow that we probably won't breed off in the future just because she's gone down. We give them a chance of really getting back up, put shackles on, they get grain, they gain again, but we're going down and then having to put these shackles on again. And those shackles are just to support her, to make sure that she doesn't slip. And obviously coming in this pen here, bag's quite big, so she's made a little bit of a mess of herself. But yeah, we'll leave her to it and hopefully she pushes on. Give her a little bit of a clean. She wants to be more presentable for you guys, doesn't she? She's trying to clean you up, love. So she's been in here for a little bit because she's quite sore on her feet and her legs. We're trying to give her a little bit of time just to make sure she's okay on her feet. And in a straw pen, there's more grip than a concrete yard. Yes, they're in the field 95% of the time. In the concrete yard, if she gets pushed by another cow or anything like that, it could hurt her even more. She looks okay, she's a little bit dirty. So this is a calcium bolus full of calcium, lasts for 17 hours. Can't remember how much calcium, it's 25 grams, 45. There's a lot of calcium in this. The guys have milked 282, her calf's just there. She's just come down the race. She's not had a bolus yet. We like to have giving them boluses before the calf is normally better, because getting milk fever during the calving process, that is a nightmare. Luke has got the milk, so the milk would have been tested. What was the milk?
Tested at 20.
20. So we want them about 21, 22 normally, but 20 we're quite happy with, aren't we?
I think it's sucked though, it's been out of it.
Yeah, so when they suckle on the cow already, they would have had the colostrum at a higher rate. The quicker you get the milk from cow to calf after calving, it's better for them. This calf might struggle to get on the teat, so what Luke's just going to do is going to bag this calf. If you get them after calving, they suckle really, really well. So for 282, just bolus in the gun, knee under, grab the side valve. Twist, twisty, right at the end, shoot, scores. So when Luke's finished that, I'll put the cow back with her. She'll stay with her for the next 24 to 72 hours, just depending how she reacts with the calf and how they're going on. Number 7, slowly pushing on. So I'm gonna leave it here and hopefully we'll see some calves. I'm gonna tell you something about twins as well, the good and the bad, because 9% of the time, I would prefer them not to be twins. I'll explain that later. You can see that she's contracting and the feet are just coming out now. Look at that, there we go. It's very exciting. just finished milking. Luke's checked her for a while. It's 9 o'clock. The team, we've decided as a team, there's a bit of goo on my camera, sorry for that. What do you expect for the shot? Gonna try and pull her out, or pull it out. Fingers crossed for 2 heifers. Might be a bull and a heifer, might be 2 bulls. Calf's shoulders are just past the cervix. I need to rip the bag, which is sometimes easy, sometimes not. The red one, right. Red on right, blue on left. This should be easy because it's twins. Should is the big word. Okay, cool. So what we do when we carve a cow all the time is nice and gently. Look at that, we've got a nice tongue coming out. Go a bit closer, we've got Luke on the camera. Moving tongue, which is good. So what we're praying for is twin heifers. There's definitely twins because when we felt this morning, there's 2 there. And it wasn't the back leg. And it's front legs, so it's coming forward. This is the perfect calf position. We want the head on top of 2 feet. Yep. So you'll see what I'm doing. You get tight, and when she pushes, you just go to push, you just pull it a little bit. Get tight, and when she pushes, pull it a little bit. Nice and gently. You don't want to ruin the cow, because sometimes you rip them out. I love my father, but he's not the softest man with them. So what I like them to do is just dangle a little bit here. If I can, she's going to stay in, because you can get all the goo out of the mouth, but this one doesn't look like it's got a lot of goo, which is good. Breathing. Ah. There we go. Fantastic. Take the slacks off quickly. Mum has gone straight to it, which is fantastic. But unfortunately, we've got 2 big balls.
Similar markings to Mum.
Number 7 is licking a calf, which is fantastic. Everything we want. She's a good mum. What we normally do, we wait for the second calf. We don't go straight in, but you can see on the left side, which is the rumen itself, you can see that it's getting quite empty. If it goes really, really empty over a few amount of days, the cows can get a twisted stomach. They go in negative ketosis. They don't eat. They get a twisted stomach and need an operation, which we don't want. It's not going to happen today, but it's something we think about. What Luke's on with now is just getting 2 buckets of water every time a cow calves. 2 buckets of warm water. There's nothing in it, just warm water, so they sup it really, really quick. There's about 40 litres, and it fills that room and back up. Second one might come in quarter of an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour, and we'll keep an eye on it. We're gonna go for breakfast, but she'll be full from that water, which will be great. And we'll give her some more water when she's finished. She had that calcium bolus before, and that will just make sure that she doesn't get milk fever. The other thing we need to do as well is we'll have to milk her to get some colostrum to feed the calves. But again, we're not in a rush at the moment. Just get her some water, make sure she's healthy and happy, and make sure her calf's healthy and happy until the next one. Do you think you're quick at drinking a pint? That is 40 litres, there's probably half a bucket there, that's 30 litres, and she probably drunk 25 without stopping. She's back onto it now. It took about a minute to drink 30 litres, which kind of is about 55 pints, which is absolutely incredible, but it shows the importance of it and shows how much they like it. Just get them straight into it. A minute that calves, if you leave it another half an hour, they don't drink that water. They're just thirsty at calving. Drunk up, filled that room and back up, licking calf. This is the perfect scenario. We'll just wait for the second one. Hopefully she'll push it out whilst we have a bit of breakfast. We've got CCTV all around, so we'll just keep an eye on it. And whilst we have a little bit of food, fingers crossed, everything goes well. And I'll explain to you the good things and the bad things about having twins. Didn't even get a chance to finish my breakfast. Looked at CCTV. She's there. I'll show you. You'll see I got out of the denim long shirt because it's going to hit 20 degrees today. And I've been son of a ginger. That is hot. So what I've done, I've put them both together so she can lick them together. Oh. The first one's trying to get up. The second one is a bull as well. So we've got 2 Ayrshire dairy bulls, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, I'll explain in a minute, but I'm gonna get some more water, let them lick them, and then we'll have finished my breakfast. And then we'll have a bit of a discussion on why twin heifer and a bull and twin bulls can be quite annoying. She's doing well, she's a good one, which is the main thing. Bed of straw and a little bit of iodine on the navel. Iodine works really, really well because it dries it up. Same as when you do a cow's foot, it dries it up. We used to use blue spray and it wasn't as good. That's where a lot of the calves can get an infection through the navel, goes in there and goes into them. So spray it with some iodine, it'll dry up after the cow's licked it. I've done it before when we used to use blue spray and the cow just gets a face full of blue spray. This cow's done an absolutely fantastic job of both calves. Look at him. Reason why I dislike having twins so much. I think every farmer will agree, or every dairy farmer. I don't know if it's the same with beef cows. With twins, you can have a lot of issues, and apparently it's the same as women. Just by chance, I was chatting to one of my best mates, went around to his for tea. His wife is pregnant. She's due in about a month, so really, really soon. And we were talking about, you know, twins and singles. And twins, it's a lot for the woman to have twins, and it's the same for cows. Cows are made to have one calf only. So we've got twins here, and it's twin bull. And twin bulls is the exact same as having a bull and a heifer. Again, if you know a little bit more, put it in the comment section. I will pin it if someone gets it completely correct, but this is just off my head what I remember what the vets told me. They share the same placenta in the cow, or they share the same gene, and it's the male one that's quite dominant, and the male goes into the female, and the female is only about 13% chance of reproducing again. So they're both gelled. Obviously dairy bulls, we can't really do much with them, so what we do is we beef them on, and then when they're over 55 to 60 kilos they get sold on to a beefing unit, so pretty much like what our Anguses do, but they get sold on to another farm. We don't keep them on our farm because selling dairy bulls through a farm shop, well, our farm shop, we found the Angus is a lot better. The growth of an Angus, the fat through the meat of the Angus is a lot better, and that's why we're using a lot of sex semen on our farm. So we use sex semen for our cows. We had some conventional semen left. We had one bull, but a few straws of conventional Ayrshire Magic. Why they've come black? She must be a very dominant cow of the black gene. We use a lot of sex semen now, and if they don't get a calf for the first 2 straws of sex semen, we'll then put the Angus on. Obviously, we have an Angus bull on our heifers as well. I know this is a lot of information. We'll go back to it. Why I do not like having twins on the farm. I know because the cow's calved and she's fine, but is she fine? The other thing, obviously, 2 bulls, dairy bulls doesn't work. Bull and a heifer doesn't work. If they were Anguses, it would be perfect for our farm. It doesn't matter what they come out as. They get beefed on and pushed on and finished here. If it's 2 heifers, that is fantastic for calf weight. 2 heifers will breed and will do quite well. They're normally a little bit smaller, so what we'll do is just keep them on milk for a little bit longer and they'll grow. But the other thing why I dislike having twins is the cow to produce the calf is what we go for as farmers, but we need the cow to be healthy, and a healthy cow, a happy farmer. So what they normally do with twins is what this cow's done as well. They hold their cleansing, and their cleansing is the afterbirth. So the afterbirth that the calf has been living in, the afterbirth that the calf has been using to survive is in the cow. Obviously you'll have one with the first calf, and then the second one, 8 times out of 10, will stay in the cow. That will stay in the cow till about 5 to 7 days. And we don't do much with them until we pull them at about 5 to 7 days, because it then has to rot off the bed inside, the inside of the cow, and then you can pull it out, and it's normally a little bit smelly. It's nearly 20 degrees today, so it's going to be smelly in the next 5 to 7 days. And unfortunately this cow is very likely to have an infection. I'd like to think we're half good at it now, so we'll jab her up with some painkillers and some antibiotics in a few days, because she's going to need it, and then we'll try and get that cleansing out. The problem with having that cleansing in there as well, if it stays in there, it can become toxic and make the cow really, really poorly. This number 7, obviously she's had shackles on because she's gone down. She's got a withheld cleansing. She's had to feed 2 calves inside her and had to produce enough energy to make sure these calves are nice and healthy. And she's done a fantastic job. Look at them. They are really good, really bonny. They're around 3 to 4 hours old now. We'll be milking soon, so we'll get them fed. But the problem with the cow, it can strip the cow of a lot. The cow can get quite thin. I wouldn't say she was the most conditioned. That cleansing is not good. We want that out. We want a cow nice and clean and nice and tidy. Yes, we have 2 healthy calves, which is fantastic. But for the cow wise, me personally, I wouldn't want twins. Cow to have 1 calf each time it calves. I'm happy with that. It's perfect. I remember one of the milkmen once, I was coming out late to look at a cow calving, and we were just having a chat. I was like, oh, I'm checking this cow. She's got twins. And he was like, oh, it's amazing, 2 for 1. I was like, no, we wouldn't want the 2 for 1. I would rather just have 1 for 1, happy calf and a happy cow. This takes a lot of energy out of the cow, strips her from quite a lot. She's eating, which is amazing, properly nibbling in, which is fantastic. We'll just have to keep a really good eye on her, make sure she's pushing on, make sure that doesn't make her too toxic. I've done it before. We probably have a few every year, so we kind of know what to expect. Keep monitoring it, make sure she's okay. If it falls out on its own in the next 24 hours, which they normally do. If it doesn't fall out in 24 hours, we're probably going to be waiting 5 to 7 days, which is a little bit of a nightmare. Fingers crossed it does fall out. That is why twins are a bit of a disaster. We want to look after these cows. They want to be fit, healthy and thriving to go. This is the perfect scenario. 282, she actually calved it in the field to a sex semen heifer. That is a Frisian heifer. We are trying to get more of a smaller cow. Number 7's quite Holstein-y, which don't really want on this farm in my personal opinion. It's just where we are, but this is the perfect scenario. Cow calves outside fine, no problems, heifer calf, healthy cow, up, doing, shiny, cleansed, gone. I don't even know where it is. Something for the foxes to eat. This is the perfect scenario. She'll be in here again for probably another 24, 48, 72 hours, depends how long and how the cow has reacted. She'll be in here for a while yet, just to make sure everything is tickety-boo. Just to finish off, what we do is we milk this cow, we test the colostrum of the cow, we feed the calves the colostrum of the cow, and then the vets come every week to test any calf that is under 7 days at the time and make sure the bloods are good, to make sure that the calves are really healthy. And obviously we have a vet visit every 2 weeks to make sure all our cows are healthy. Routinely. Prevention is better than cure. Making sure they're eating well, making sure they're doing well, and making sure they're pushing on. Guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something today. It's a little bit of a learning video. I personally would not want twins. Would much rather have one dairy bull than have twins of something, because the cow will suffer with twins normally. You can do a lot of stuff. She had a keckstone as well. Keckstones, in my opinion, work great. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get your TP merch at tompem-farm life. If you got any questions, put it in the comment section below. I'll try and answer as many as I can. We will see you in the next one. See you in a bit. Bye. So she was just pushing then. So she's trying to push that cleansing out, which is really good. Probably another 30% on top of that. Oh, and if anyone asks as well, the white stripe that was down the back was what Luke put down, so it's a fly repellent, just to get the flies off of. The weather's pretty hot at the moment. Fingers crossed. This next clip is her who's pushed it out today, but that would be absolutely amazing. It doesn't happen that often, but if it did, yes. And I have some really, really good news. Number 7, the cow that we were worried about, the cow that has shackles on, the cows that have had twins, has just got rid of her last bit of cleansing, which is absolutely amazing. That doesn't happen all the time. That's fantastic, just by hook or look or whatever, which is great. So she's not going to go toxic, she's not going to hold that cleansing, and she's going to be clean inside, which is amazing. Happy, healthy cow. We're happy. See you in a bit. Hope you have a good one, and hope you've learned something new. See ya. Bye.